Good morning, afternoon or evening from whenever or wherever you are watching this video from. I am Jack Adamas, back with my Football Weekly predictions in the Premier League episode 2 of the 24-25 season. Let's get straight into it. Before we get into this week's video, please do like, share and subscribe. We kick off game week 2 with the early kickoff on Saturday. We have Brighton at home to Manchester United. Now, Brighton's season got off to a very good start last weekend as they beat Everton 3-0 away. However, though, in the back end of last season, they did lose 4 of their last 5 home matches and 1 coming against today's opponents in Manchester United, who beat them 2-0 last season. Manchester United also coming to this game off a victory with an 87th minute winner against Fulham, with Zirkzee scoring on his debut in that one. Manchester United have only won 1 of their last 6 away opening fixtures in the Premier League. Coincidentally, though, that did come against Brighton. The last 5 head-to-heads at the Amex have only seen 1 team score in that game. I do think that will change this time round, though, because I reckon this one will be a 1-1 draw. Moving on to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, we have Crystal Palace hosting West Ham. Now, Crystal Palace have kicked off their season with back-to-back London derbies, and continuing on their form from last season, they are on a 4 home game winning streak, scoring 16 goals in that time, 5 of which came against today's opponents, West Ham, in a 5-2 victory. West Ham lost last weekend in their opening fixture 2-1 at home to Villa, and they will be looking to bounce back in this one. They will need all their new signings to gel, though, if they've got any chance of getting the W here. None of West Ham's last 17 away London derbies have ended in a draw. Although 13 of those are losses, I do think they'll win in this one in a hard-fought 2-1 victory. Moving on to Craven Cottage, where we have Fulham at home to Leicester. Now, Fulham did lose 1-0 away to Manchester United on opening day. However, they are definitely one of the winners of the transfer window this summer. They've brought some very smart signings in, and it doesn't look like they've stopped yet. Leicester looked dead and buried at half-time against Spurs on Monday. However, in the second half, they did turn it around and got a well-deserved point at the end of that game. They will definitely be looking to build on that in this one. The last 5 meetings between these two sides at Craven Cottage have produced 24 goals. I do believe the high-scoring theme will continue in this one, as I believe this will be another high-scoring game in a 3-1 home win. Next, we have Man City at home to Ipswich. Now, Man City just continue to do what they've been doing for the last few years, and that's just win, 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 win. That did continue last weekend with a 2-0 victory away to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. They are also on a 30-game unbeaten run at the Etihad, and that doesn't look like it's going to change this weekend. I do feel sorry for Ipswich, though, as their welcome back gift to the Premier League was first a game at home to Liverpool and now away to Man City. On the plus side for them, though, at least they've got these 2 very difficult fixtures out of the way straight away. 5 out of Man City's last 6 home fixtures has seen the away team score exactly 1 goal. I don't think that will be the case this time, as I can see Man City winning 4-0 here and Haaland bagging a brace. Next, we have Southampton at home to Nottingham Forest. Now, Southampton, unfortunately for them, with that 1-0 defeat to Newcastle last weekend, saw them extend their winless run in the Premier League to 14 matches. However, they did look very good against Newcastle. Nottingham Forest, with that draw against Bournemouth, saw them avoid defeat on the opening day of any season in the last 6 years. This is the first time these two teams will face each other in the Premier League since 1998. Nottingham Forest do have a good away record to Southampton, though. They've only lost twice in their last 11 visits there, dating back to 1990. I do think that will change this time round, though, as I can see Southampton winning here in a 2-1 victory. Moving on, we have Tottenham at home to Everton. Now, Tottenham looked very good in that first half against Leicester on Monday, but they couldn't see the game out, which is a very similar story to what we were saying about them last season. Tottenham, however, though, they have won 5 of their last 6 opening home fixtures, so they will be looking to make that 6 out of 7 in this one. Everton looked woeful in the second half against Brighton last weekend, and they haven't won a game in the Premier League in August since 2021. 3 draws and 6 losses in that time, so things are looking bleak for Everton this weekend. Tottenham will be looking forward to this fixture, as they've only lost once in their last 23 games against Everton. I think that run will continue this time round in a 2-0 victory for Spurs. Moving on to game of the weekend at 5:30 on Saturday, it is Aston Villa at home to Arsenal. Now, Aston Villa did the double over Arsenal last year, and they was the only team that Arsenal did not net against last season. They've continued their good form into this season as well, getting a very good win away from home to West Ham on opening day. Arsenal will be looking to go that one step further and win the Premier League this season. It's games like this, though, that will show me how serious they are, because these are the type of games that they can't afford to drop points in. I do believe this game will be a nervy affair, with the honours being shared in a 1-1 tactical draw. Moving on to Super Sunday at 2 p.m, where we have Bournemouth at home to Newcastle. Now, Bournemouth did score late to get a draw in their opening fixture against Nottingham Forest last weekend, and since then they have brought in record signing Evan Nilsson to replace Solanke up front. Newcastle did win in game week 1 despite going down to 10 men, leaving them with 1 less centre-back in a place they do need to recruit, with only a week and a bit to go in the transfer window. Bournemouth do have a great record against Newcastle, losing only one of their last 5 head-to-heads against them. I do think this one will finish, though, in a high-scoring 2-2 draw. So at 2 p.m, we have Wolves at home to Chelsea. Now, Wolves did play better than I expected against Arsenal, and although they did lose 2-0, they did show glimpses of the troubles that they can cause teams this season. I don't know what's going on at Chelsea at the moment, and to be honest, I don't even think Chelsea know what's going on at Chelsea at the moment. But one thing I do know, though, is Chelsea in their history have never lost their opening 2 fixtures of a Premier League season. But Wolves are unbeaten against Chelsea in their last 4 home games. I do think that will continue come full time, as I reckon Wolves will win in this one 2-1. And to round up game week 2 in the Premier League at 4:30 on Sunday, we travel to Anfield where Liverpool are hosting Brentford. Now, Arne Slot started off his era as Liverpool manager with a win away to Ipswich last weekend. It's crazy to think that he is the first manager since Graham Souness in 1991 to win their first league game as Liverpool manager. Brentford also got off to winning ways last weekend and will look to continue that to win their first 2 games of a season since 2006-2007. Liverpool have only lost 1 of their last 23 games played in August, and they have won their last 5 home matches against Brentford without conceding, but I do think they will concede this time round though, as they win 3-1 here. And for my extra game this weekend, it is a big game in Ligue 1. It is the 4 p.m. kickoff between Lyon and Monaco. Lyon lost 3-0 in the opening day against Rennes and will definitely be looking to bounce back in this one. However, they do have hard opposition in front of them in Monaco. None of the last 18 head-to-heads between these 2 sides have finished in a draw. Make that 19 come full time with a 2-1 victory for Monaco. Thank you very much if you are still here at the end of my video. I really do appreciate the love and support I've been getting from you guys. Please do continue to like, share, follow, but most importantly, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have a good weekend, guys, and remember, if you don't shoot, you can't score. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.